home entertainment with an uptown beat, featuring the finest pluckers, strummers, and country singers in the world. It's the Country Music Association Award. Monday night at 10, 9 Central.
At a fancy buffet dinner in the valley.
How's the prime rib?
Oh, we're in line for vegetables.
Vegetables?
Yes, the Green Giant stole the meal with fancy vegetable casseroles, frozen in bacon-served trays, like delicious Hungarian cauliflower and sour cream sauce, with a crisp crumb topping. 5 Green Giant brand frozen vegetable casseroles. Vegetables so good, they steal the meal.
Delicious. Yeah, but look at the line for second.
Ho, ho.
To some people, flying has become as natural as walking. They make 20 or 30 business trips a year. Of course, they have their choice of airlines, and each airline has its better points. But the fact is, these people, the ones who fly more than anybody else, choose one airline more often than any other. Each for his own reasons. Chet Huntley for American Airlines.
Circus tomorrow night at 7:30.
We will return to Marlowe, starring James Garner and Carol O'Connor.
Friday night at 8 o'clock, Sonny and Cher show. Our guest will be Gilbert O'Sullivan. And then, of course, we have Cher and we have Jimmy here. You know something? They're so nosy.
Tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
An airline survives on only one thing, service. And on some airlines, service means a meal, a movie, and a smile. Or some airlines go a bit further. But no airline goes as far as Pan Am. Pan Am has opened more of the world to air travel than all other airlines combined. And in doing so, we've developed more ways to help people travel than any other airline. Want to learn how to plan your trip, step by step? Where the great vacation bargains are this fall and winter? The great restaurants of Europe. The best shopping buys all around the world. Or maybe you're ready for some alpine skiing, or how about a little Caribbean sun? It's all here. Everything from what to tip in Rome to what to pack for Tokyo, and most of it's free. See your travel agent or Pan Am. You'll find we do more than you expect an airline to do.
KNXT Channel 2.
Hello. James Garner.
Team tennis. On deck.
I'm sure today Fryman's going to be a little bit more careful with Epstein than Lolich was. If he does go inside, it'll probably be bad inside. Yesterday, after Lolich had pitched Epstein outside all day, thrown him a lot of breaking stuff and gotten him out, he looked like he tried to get the fastball in on him, didn't get it in enough, and Mike tied that ball game with a home run. Today, Woody, making sure that the fastball's in on him, actually hit Epstein with it the last time up.
1-1, that's a foul tip. 1-2. Dick Williams. Well, his team jumped off to a 2-0 and 1 man left. We go to the last of the 4th, and now the A's lead the Tigers 2-1.
Umpire Bill Haller, in a word, describe that El Producto cigar for us.
Good taste, mild. I have to go along with mild.
Hey, Bill, what are you talking about? El Producto's got flavor. Flavor's the word.
Kenny, mild's the word.
Your taste buds must be going blind, Bill. Oh, boy.
Kenny, mild is the word or an early shower.
That's telling him, Bill. I never said they weren't mild. Next time, try a great tasting El Producto. You'll call it like you smoke it.
Mild.
It's more than just a dinner. It's a picnic in the park. It's a lunch and it's a party. It's a great snack after dark. Oh, so take a long Kentucky Fried Chicken. See the Colonel, yes you should. America loves what the Colonel cooks. Anytime, any place, it's finger-licking good.
Count of 2-0 in the batter's box, and Northrop on at first, and Billy Martin looking on. Who isn't? We all are. Bounding ball to Bando, fair territory. Sal puts it over on one hop to Epstein, and Odom is out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and Northrop left at first base. We've gone through 4 full innings of play in this deciding championship game at Tiger Stadium. Oakland leads it 2-1.
So you found a new pad and you're moving your stuff. Well, that's okay. This car's enough. Plymouth Space Duster. You can get a fold-down seat here in the back. Gives you 6.5 feet of space to pack. Whatever you got to pack in the back. Fully carpeted. Seat folds up, too. With a roof that opens on a country ride, don't cost much extra. Lets the sun inside. Crank shut, too, nice and tight, because the sun don't shine very much at night. Of course, everybody knows that. Plymouth Space Duster. You can get more out of it, because you can get more into it. Plymouth Duster. Extra care and engineering. It makes a difference.
Suffering the aches and pains of life. Headache, sinus pain, toothache, muscle ache, minor pain of arthritis. For hours of relief from these pains, Excedrin. With more pain relievers, more total strength than any other leading tablet. Excedrin, the extra strength pain reliever.
Dear Mr. Clairol, I like your product a lot. I like how when your hair is dirty, you spray it on, fluff. A couple of minutes, you brush it out, and your hair is nice and clean. Only I'm embarrassed to ask for it. That can't be right. And when I say, they think I'm a nut. Look, the stuff is terrific, but couldn't you call it something else?
The line of scrimmage. And Lowry hands off.
This is forcing Oklahoma to have
the ball. Offensive. Again, the last time won summer or autumn in Texas. Don't forget at halftime, the pride of the Southwest, the pride of Oklahoma. All those, the two bands will. Didn't appear that he was hit hard enough to knock the helmet loose, so there is the first penalty of the ball game as time has expired here in the first quarter. And what a wild and woolly first quarter as Oklahoma leads 3-0.
As a businessman, you're always under the gun. From liability, crime, fire, damaged merchandise. So why be a sitting duck? Call a Continental insurance agent. He can insure you against almost any risk you face with just one comprehensive business policy that can save you as much as 25% in premiums.
This your first trip in a police car? Well, let me tell you, a police car doesn't get treated like an ordinary car. We really push the engine around. Stop and start in all kinds of weather. I guess that's the part you'd like to talk about. The Haviland oil part. Yeah, well, it's true. 50 cars in the troop were put on Haviland and altogether logged more than 2 million miles with no trouble. And we give an engine plenty of reason to give us trouble. You know, sometimes we have to hit high speeds from zero in just a few seconds. And when I finish 8 hours, the next man takes over with the same car. You have to be a pretty good motor oil to take that kind of pushing around.
247, 1180 at exit 18.
Haviland Super Premium All Temperature Motor Oil. State police proven for over 2 million trouble-free miles.
A face mask penalty a few moments ago.
This is Ely having caught the short rollout pass, and there's the reach
by Schultz, and he was going for the man.
Get his breath, but McAuliffe steps right in, ready to fire, but that's up high, ball one.
Jim, I think little things like that are much more important on a hot day. I don't think it'll be too tough on Fryman today. There's no chance of him being over-perspired or anything.
No chance of and throw umpire. Ground ball. This will be Epstein's play all by himself, and has it. And Odom has a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, or errors. We've gone through the first 5 innings of play at Tiger Stadium in Detroit in the 5th game for the American League Championship. 2-1, Oakland.
In shape and size, it looks like an ordinary battery. But inside is a more powerful energy system. This is the Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizer, the long-life power cell that outworks, outlasts, outlives any ordinary battery in heavy-duty use. The Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizer, the long-life power cell from Ever-Ready.
I'm Fred Flintstone, the world's funniest-looking authority on kids. You mothers know some kids eat all the good things you give them, and some kids don't. If your child's a fussy eater, Flintstone's vitamins can help you give him vitamins he may be missing. Flintstones, from the makers of One-A-Day, the world's most trusted vitamins, are naturally sweetened in flavors and shapes kids like. Because a kid's vitamin product can't help if your kids won't eat it. Flintstones, kids' vitamins that can help, from One-A-Day.
In a moment, the Oakland 6, but now we pause for station identification.
It's a ghost story when the wish at a wishing well is for a murder. Tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central Time.
Nature put the drip in syrup. We found a way to keep the flavor and stop the drip. Announcing Golden Griddle, the first maple-rich syrup with a push-pull top made not to stick or drip. Golden Griddle. Just squeeze and pour, squeeze and pour, squeeze and pour, without losing one mapley golden drop. Golden Griddle. We took out the drip.
Hairston snuck in there and got great position, took the ball from Havlicek and went up knowing he was going to get fouled.
Timeout is called with 3:44 to play in the third, 82-59. Boston leads it back.
These are car engine public enemies #1. These hoodlums may be in your car engine. If so, you need Bardol. Hello, I'm Bardol. To fight crusty carbon, see more pollution, sticky valves, mucky sludge.
Hey!
Add Bardol to your oil.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Nothing else worked like this before. Bardol did it again.
Bardol is featured at all thrifty drugstores.
Sometimes it does pay to be good. Take these two guys. The man on the left is just an okay driver, but the man on the right, he's a good driver. And Allstate gives good drivers a special low rate on auto insurance. Sure, other companies have a good driver rate and other discounts, but with all our discounts and today's most advanced claim handling, compare. And we think you'll find a difference at Allstate. Come see us and bring your halo.
Center field, Northrop doesn't have moved too far for this one, and has it. No run, 1 hit, no errors, and Bando left on first base. We go to the last of the 6, 2-1 Oakland.
I'm getting some pretty tough scrapes with my shave. That's why I like the skin conditioner in Aqua Belva. Right, sweetheart?
You're always right.
Don't you forget it. Aqua Belva does a lot more than just smell nice. It cools and refreshes and smooths my face. Right, sweetheart?
You're always right.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Aqua Velva. It does a lot more than just smell nice.
Right, sweetheart?
Field goal by Fulcher leads 3-0 at the end of the first half. We'll be back for halftime activities after station identification.
David Carradine stars in Kung Fu tonight on ABC.
Somebody says, have I got a booking for you? At first I think, but this could be great.
5 seconds, Mr. Grazambo.
Right.
And now, appearing for the first time on a DC-10,
Next week, the Palace.
the great Grazambo.
You won't get bored on Continental Chicago Expressway. We give you magicians, Playboy bunnies, something new every week. They came west in 1852 with the dream of building a new state. And they succeeded with the help of a little luck, a lot of hard work, and a bank, Wells Fargo. 120 years later, Wells Fargo is still helping Californians build their dreams. Wells Fargo Bank. We deliver. Always have.
We have a surprising score here at halftime. Oklahoma 3 and Texas nothing. In a game where the Sooners, great offensive machine, has been pretty well throttled. The goal line of the Longhorns has not been crossed to the first half. Colorado leads Iowa State, incidentally, has scored just in 20-7 at halftime in a game that we, of course, are all watching. Michigan defeated Michigan State today 10-0.
Bill Fleming. Come in, Bill.
All right, Chris, and as the band moves down the field, we hear the St. Julian March. Insurance Company.
Last year, we at the Travelers set up our Office of Consumer Information, a place you could call to have the mysteries of insurance explained in plain English without any fear of getting sold something in the process. Since then, we've had over 40,000 telephone calls and letters, and out of this experience, we put together a booklet that answers some of the most important questions people have been asking us. Questions like, why do some insurance claims take so long to collect? If you turn in a claim, will your insurance automatically be canceled? What's this health care they're talking about in Washington? Just call us, and we'll send you a copy free. Or call us if you have any questions or problems about insurance. After all, now that we know that human beings and insurance companies really can talk with each other, we both might learn something.
Talk about unsettled stomachs. There are times.
Hey, you're going to talk, you're going to play.
Things get a little unsettled. And so does my head. My stomach. I can almost taste the acid in my mouth. Read 'em and weep. I can take losing.
All right.
And I can't take the pastrami. Luckily, there's Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer starts to work as you drink it to settle your upset stomach. For upset stomach and headache, take Alka-Seltzer.
My stomach feels much better.
The new Chevelle Malibu. It's family size, nimble and maneuverable, yet big enough for a busy Saturday morning. Chevelle looks different than last year, and it is different with a new front bumper system. New styling with larger windows, better emission controls. But maybe the biggest change is the way Chevelle travels with an improved suspension. Full foam cushioned seats, a front stabilizer, a wider stance, front disc brakes. There's also a little more room inside, especially in the back seat. Chevelle Malibu for 1973, the new American family car.
Pass is rushed. It's bounced up in the air. Coach has spent an awful lot of time on these drills where you go after the tipped ball, and it paid off here as Schultz made the interception. Let's watch Pruitt, number 30. This is the inside belly play where Welch blocks for him, and also Wiley blocks for him. You can see those blocks, and the hole open up beautifully. He gets the ball put away reasonably well, but he doesn't have his hand over the point of the ball, and he's hit very hard. He tries to twist to get away. That's Cannon, number 47, who made the first contact. The ball spurts loose. You can see it.
Events enforces a detailed code of regulations and offers a means of professional communication for administrators and coaches. The NCAA is the athletic voice of the nation's colleges and universities. From the 45, first down, Texas. Leaks again. A loose ball. Maybe the play was blown.
It's Pat Kelly coming down the field. A little.
Number 3, Texas, nothing.
Sharp, cutting steel versus the Goodyear Custom Power Cushion Poly Steel tire. To demonstrate the penetration resistance of steel cord belts under the tread, watch. The polyester cord body soaks up shocks, and double steel cord belts resist penetration. Poly Steel, the 40,000-mile tire engineered for American cars. Only from Goodyear.
This is a woman whose husband saved a few dollars on a battery. This is a man with a tow truck who charges several dollars to boost her battery, which is why Goodyear introduced the super powerful Powerhouse. It doesn't cost a whole lot more than the kind of batteries they put in new cars, but it gives you nearly twice as much power. The Goodyear Powerhouse. It's a little more battery than you need until you need it.
The thing has been as tight and tough as this.
General Joseph Johnston.
The blue.
The gray.
Yankee pot roast.
Southern fried chicken.
Moonlight in Vermont.
Stars fell on Alabama.
New York life insurance.
New York Life.
I was a New York life policy owner.
Really? I was a New York Life agent.
Live and learn.
Too bad about Little Bighorn.
Oh, you ain't just whistling Dixie.
That's all right.
Your kids are scrapping and the dog is yapping and the house is falling down. And it ain't no joke when the TV's broke and the car don't work. Well, life can be so low down. It's time to ease back. Light up. Let PA Tobacco lighten up your day. It's so easy. Naturally. PA Tobacco lightens up your day.
Let's watch the block punt and 6 points. The quick jump into the short punt formation with Lowry back, and that's Sterling Moore coming in absolutely clean. The up back leagues failed to block him. The ball bounces into the end zone, and there's a big scramble. It looked like they might be bobbling it, but Selman arrived.
35, Jackson, the quarterback.
There's nothing in the Constitution that says you have to vote. But there's plenty in here to convince you that you should. Time, the weekly news magazine.
This is the way you start something good. This is the way you make it understood. You want something more, something great. Is it any wonder you just can't wait? Put your hand round a country club can. It's a great malt liquor you got. Country club is a lot to drink without drinking a lot.
The case of the missing girl strikes close to home for the rookies Monday.
Pick up in a few minutes.
Okay. Times are changing. Girls calling for guys, guys using stylers for that natural look. But why use a low-power styler? Get this one by Schick. The Schick styling dryer with extra drying power. So before she gets there, your hair will be dry, soft, and natural. And keep it natural with Schick's new dry styler. Do it natural, but do it fast with the Schick styling dryer.
Come on and fly me in the big blue sky. Come on and fly me. Together we'll fly high. I'm National Fly Me. I'm Cindy. Fly me to Miami, Tampa, Orlando, all over Florida. Fly me.
I'm National Fly Me.
Let's see it again. This is the Valley play. Welch blocking, Wiley blocking. It looked like it was jammed at the line of scrimmage, and Butch Pruitt go up into the air. He was over all of the trouble and in home free.
And that's his 8th touchdown rushing this year.
Different shot, but you can see how he avoided the trouble by going over.
Vulture's kick. He's perfect today. 2 extra points, 1 field goal. So it's now 17-0. Oklahoma in the lead here in the 4th quarters. We'll return in a minute.
When you're out in a car, trust is everything. On the road near a bar, trust is everything. You want to be able to always rely on the gasoline and motor oil and products you buy. If you depend on your car, be sure it's always up to par. Trust is everything. And with Mexico, we've got everything for your car. So you can trust your car to the man who has the star for the kind of products that can take care of your car at every Mexico station. Made across the nation for products you can trust. You can trust your car to the man who has the star, the big bright Mexico star.
It's short. Thon will come out to the 20, and the Longhorns will get it back. 11 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Oklahoma in the lead over Texas, 17-0.
Several years ago, Chevrolet engineers were challenged to build a car with special handling characteristics, like those found in the great road cars of Europe. This is the result. The all-new Monte Carlo S for 73. Monte Carlo S has been radically re-engineered to achieve confident handling and excellent ride. And everything else about the car reflects this basic excellence. Monte Carlo is handsomely styled with a bold new grille, distinguished coach windows, and classically sculptured rear deck. Monte Carlo's interior is out-and-out luxurious, quiet, and there's a new power-operated all-metal skyroof available. Monte Carlo S for 73. American comfort, European handling, rolling proof that Chevrolet is building a better way to see the USA.
Cal on top, 42-7. Washington playing at Stanford. That's the game that Sonny Sixkiller went out in the 2nd quarter in. But we understand from Washington sources he will be back next week. But right now, Stanford trying to knock Washington from the undefeated ranks by this score on the West Coast. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Good old Bill. Always awake. The only guy in my route I could always count on seeing.
I wish I could sleep.
Insomnia, huh? How come?
Did you know that when my kids are old enough, I'll have 3 in college at the same time?
Oh.
Do you know what 3 kids times 4 years of college expenses does to your sleep?
I used to have that problem.
What do you mean used to?
I got a piece of the rock.
Prudential?
Sure. I talked with my Prudential agent, and he worked out a plan that'll provide money that will help pay for the kids' education and give me life insurance protection at the same time.
A piece of the rock, huh?
Good old Bill. Always awake. Bill?
If college insomnia has you greeting the milkman at the crack of dawn, talk to a Prudential representative. You'll sleep better on a piece of the rock.
On a piece of the rock.
Prudential.
Eastern, 1 o'clock Central, 4:30 Pacific time. NCAA college football continues next Saturday on ABC. Most of the country will watch powerful Oklahoma take on Colorado at 3:30 Eastern time. And then the national night game, Arkansas takes on Texas for what might decide the Southwest Conference Championship at 9 o'clock Eastern time. The Prudential College Scoreboard has been brought to you by the people who want you to own a piece of the rock, the Prudential Insurance Company of America. Talk to the Prudential representative about protecting your financial security. Own a piece of the rock. This has been an ABC Sports presentation.
Two strong contenders for a playoff spot in the Central Division of the National Football Conference clash when the Green Bay Packers meet the Detroit Lions on NFL Monday Night Football. Catch the action Monday here on ABC.
Bush beer starts here. Gentle sun, giving birth to choice barleys that bring Bush its distinctive character. Soft rain, nudging to life selected hops that give Bush its refreshing flavor. Add time for natural carbonation, for full maturity. Start with the best, end with the best. Bush does it like no other beer.
Action Jackson is his name. Bold adventure is his game. Think of what you'd want to be, and suddenly, Action Jackson.
He's built for action from head to toe. Let your imagination go. Action Jackson figures sold separately by Mego.
Join 39 TV. It's something to say.
Here it is, the theme from the Mancini generation.
To give. And by United Airlines. Fly the friendly skies of United. Now stay tuned for Lakers basketball.
Dad's home, and I want... Honey!
Hi, honey. Did you have a nice day at the office?
The kids are filled with bubbles. Oh, good. What? Look.
In a world of overactive kids and overworked fathers, it's nice knowing you don't have to worry about Glendale Federal Savings. Try us. We won't give you any trouble.
This man is training, working himself up for the big meal. McDonald's big meal. A Big Mac, the sandwich with a double helping of meat, a large order of McDonald's famous fries, and a large drink. Next time you worked up a hunger, ask for McDonald's big meal.
Give me the big meal. Are you hungry enough? Does McDonald's have golden arches? You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Until he discovered Dutch Masters Elites, Peter Duchin only occasionally smoked a cigar. Until he discovered Dutch Masters Cadets, Brian Foley had hardly ever smoked a cigar. Until we created new Dutch Masters Marauders, Paul Hornig never liked the way he looked with a cigar. The Dutch Masters Slimline Collection, slim, trim cigars that look as good as they taste.
Los Angeles, 5 o'clock.
This is another KTLA major sports presentation coming to you from New York City. Tonight it's the Los Angeles Lakers against the New York Knickerbockers. And this National Basketball Association exclusive telecast is brought to you by Atlantic Richfield Company. And whether you buy Arco Supreme,
fouled off again. Taylor fouled off a half a dozen or so pitches. Last time up, carried Blue to a 3-2 count and then struck out at a
High fastball out of the strike zone. It's 2-2 now. Wide center field. Hendrick going back. Oakland is the American League Championship team. Pictures speak more than anything that we can say. The Oakland Athletics, the A's of the team, has not won a pennant since 1931. Led 2 games to none. Came to Detroit, shocked by Joe Coleman in a 10th inning comeback yesterday. Get the run today, and are they thrilled as they go to the dressing room. And so Oakland will open against Cincinnati at 12:30 Eastern Time on Saturday afternoon. Hero, Blue Moon Odom, who held him to an unearned run for 5 innings. Hero, Vida Blue, who saved the game for him. Hero, Gene Tennis, who had been 0 for 15 and guilty of an error yesterday in the 10th and a pass ball today, but who drove in the go-ahead run. There are many heroes, and it's been a long season for the Oakland Athletics, but they've done it. They have won the American League Championship. For Detroit, well, I'm sure the Tigers, and I know their fans, are disappointed. But what a job they did in battling both Boston and Baltimore to clinch on the next of the last day of the season the Eastern title. And what a job they did to be down 2 games to none. And
the Lakers, Jim Price, 6'3", 195. Another rookie on the team, number 30, Roger Brown. He's, of course, a backup center. The number 1 pick from Kentucky State, standing 6'8", weighing 225, is Travis Grant. Jim McMillan will be one of the starting forwards at 6'5", 215. He's in his 3rd year. Pat Riley, 6'4", 200, is a guard. He's from Kentucky, starting his 6th year. Leroy Ellis, 6'11", in his 11th year, weighs 215. He is from nearby here, St. John's. Flynn Robinson will be a guard at 6'1", 190. He's in his 7th year from Wyoming. Keith Erickson from UCLA, 6'5", 200, 28 years old. John Q. Trapp from the University of Nevada at Las Vegas. He's 6'7", 215. Also from nearby, NYU, is Happy Hairston, a forward, 6'7", 225 in his 9th season. And Jerry West, number 44, of course, 6'3", 185, gets a big hand. He's from West Virginia University. And number 13, Wilt Chamberlain from Kansas, 7'1", 280, and they're not nuts about him in the introduction. Coach of the Lakers is Bill Sharman. He's assisted by John Barnhill in his 1st year, the Lakers trainer Frank O'Neill. And now for the New York Knicks.
2nd game of the year for the Knicks. They won their 1st one easily from Seattle here earlier this week.
Tom Riker, their number 1 draft pick from South Carolina. He's 6'10", 225, 22 years old. From UCLA, Henry Bibby, 6'1", 185. He's a rookie, number 4 draft pick. From the University of Pacific, originally drafted by Houston Rockets, he is now the property of the Knicks, is John Gianelli. He's from Pacific University. Dean Miminger in his 2nd year, he's 6'1", 175, a guard. Originally born and raised in New York. Walt Frazier, one of the fine guards in the league, a tall 6'4", 205. He's in his 6th year. He, of course, is from Southern Illinois University. Dick Barnett, a great veteran, a former Laker from Tennessee State where he played with John Barnhill. He's 6'4", 190. Earl the Pearl Monroe, a guard at 6'4", 190, is in his 6th year. He's from Winston-Salem. Phil Jackson, 6'8", he's a forward, weighing 230. He's in his 6th year, 27 years old, from North Dakota State. Dave DeBusschere, starting his 11th season as a forward, 6'6", 235, 32 years old, from Detroit University. Luther Rackley is a backup center, standing 6'10". He's from Xavier of Ohio. Bill Bradley, Dollar Bill he is called. He stands 6'10". He's in his...
station, this is Channel 5, KTLA Los Angeles, a service of Golden West Broadcasters. Now it's King's Warm-Up with Roy Story and Dan Avey, brought to you by United Airlines. Fly the friendly skies of United. And by Ticketron, where you get actual tickets in seconds at your neighborhood box office in all Sears, May Company, Broadway, and Montgomery Ward stores. And now, here's Roy Story.
The players are warming up, getting ready to go, and yours truly warming up, getting ready to go for the first of 15 simulcasts of this 1972-73 season. And here's the man who will be calling the play-by-play for you all season long, and has been, of course, already on radio this year, Roy Story. And Roy, we've had some memorable moments on television.
You have. I'm glad you have, because I haven't, Dan. I'm just wondering what the record is for the Los Angeles Kings and whether it's good or bad.
The Kings have had an excellent record on television over the last 5 years. Last year, highlighted by a 7-0 shutout in Philadelphia by Gary Edwards and a 2-0 shutout in Boston by Gary Edwards. So guess who's the goaltender tonight?
It's got to be Gary Edwards.
Gary Edwards, and already this young season, he's beaten the Boston Bruins in Boston again. This time he didn't get a shutout, but he did beat them 4-2. And the Los Angeles Kings, Roy, with Butch Goring, number 19, Ralph Backstrom, number 9, and Whitey Whiting, number 15, are very, very strong up the middle.
No doubt about that, and I think another omen might be the fact that there's not going to be a 7 and an 11 to bother us tonight, at least unless Terry Clancy of the Toronto Maple Leafs, who wears number 7, is a rookie that does not see much chance of starting with the Leafs, gets into action and goes berserk.
7 and 11 have killed the Kings in Buffalo and in Long Island. But here tonight, a very physical rivalry resumes. And, of course, another man to watch will be number 2, Terry Harper, a 10-year Montreal Canadian veteran, acquired by the Kings in the offseason. This will be your first chance to see him. And among the rookies, take a good look at number 22, Barry Long, who will be playing with him, and also number 10, Vic Finasky. We'll be back with more Los Angeles Kings warm-up right after this word.
Season of hockey action with the Los Angeles Kings at the fabulous Forum. Watch the new king-size lineup battle the NHL's top names. This is Roy Story saying get your season tickets now and get in on the action. Now here's Chick.
Hi everybody, Chick Hearn saying come cheer the Lakers as they fight to make it 2 world titles in a row. See Jerry, Wilt, Gale, Jim and Happy shooting to put another championship in the basket. Get your season tickets now for the Kings and the Lakers. Call the Forum at 213-OR4-6000.
Sports station for Los Angeles, KTLA Channel 5.
Richfield presents the telecast between the Maple Leafs and the Los Angeles Kings. This is Roy Story along with Dan Avey, set for another account of the Kings in action. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Atlantic Richfield. Whether you buy Arco Supreme, Arco Regular, or Arco Clear, at Arco stations, they show you what you pay for. They show it because they've got it. Tonight's telecast is also being brought to you by Ham's Beer and by Western Airlines, the Champagne airline, who invite you to visit Hawaii soon on Western, the only way to fly. And by your nearby Southern California Datsun dealers, who invite you to stop by, get details on how you can win a Datsun 510 Trans Am Special. Hello, everybody, from about 75 to 85 feet above the playing surface of Maple Leaf Gardens, one of the most historic arenas in National Hockey League history. We're about to get underway with the first game of the 1972-73 season between the Toronto Maple Leafs of the Eastern Division and the Los Angeles Kings of the Western Division. Both teams are having their problems. They're both picked, if they stay healthy, for 4th place, at least, as far as the playoffs are concerned in their respective divisions. Whether they can stay there or not depends upon injuries. With the Kings at the moment, it depends upon offense, just how much they can do as far as their shooting power is concerned. Bob Berry is the big fella, number 18, as you watch him tonight. He's had 4 goals in the last 2 games, 2 in each one, but both, however, in a losing cause. The only winning goal minder that we've had so far is Gary Edwards in a fantastic game against Boston last Sunday night. Maybe Gary Edwards, who's in the nets tonight, will turn that luck around. We'll find out in a moment. Dan Avey will be back with the starting lineups in a moment. This is the Arco Kings hockey broadcast.
Belarus Supreme, please.
The people at Arco service stations try to be as fast and as efficient as anyone could be. They'll do as much as they can for you, even when you're in a little bit of a hurry. But nobody's perfect. Once in a while, in their eagerness to serve you, they may goof. One thing you can always count on is our gasoline. At Arco stations, we list our ingredients and describe what they can do in plain English right on the pump. We don't use any gimmicky words. We spell out what's in Arco gasolines, because we think you should know what you get for what you pay. We show it because we've got it.
Both teams are on the ice awaiting the playing of the Canadian national anthem. The visiting Kings will start Gary Edwards in the nets wearing number 1. Gary has played 1 game in Boston. He beat the Bruins 4-2, stopping 95% of the shots. Starting on defense, the Kings MVP last year, Gilles Marat, paired with Harry Howell in his 21st year in the National Hockey League. At starting center, Ralph Backstrom. On his left wing, Bill Lesuc. On the right side, Serge Bernier. This was the Kings' most effective line the last month of last season. Countering for Toronto, Jacques Plante will be in the nets. Jacques has played in the 2 games Toronto has played so far. He has a loss and a tie. Dave Keon will be starting at center with Pierre Jarry on the right side. And on the left side, he will have Gary Monahan. Paired on defense, Brian Glennie and Jim McKinney, the 2 best defensemen, people say, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The officials, Art Skoll will referee. His linesman will be Neil Armstrong and Greg Medill. The crowd, as you join us on the televised portion, Henderson gets around the Kings. Edwards goes out and cuts the angle down perfectly, diving to his left. And then he gets help as Barry Long dives on top of the play from another angle. You can see the Bond made the save on the shot by Backstrom. Banaski got his stick on it and popped it away. Ralph Backstrom picked it up and he scored. Oh, is Ralph happy? Big grin on his face, and he's tied it at 1. I imagine that the assist will go to number 10, Vic Banaski.
It's over. It's done with. You're sorry. You're such a big factor for this ball club. I hope you get a chance to play in the World Series.
Also, Sandy, I'll be so excited today. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry what happened in Oakland. And thank you, for coming here. I don't know what to say.
Cappy, I know you're sorry. I know you're sorry. I think everybody connected with baseball is sorry that it happened. Jim, let's go back upstairs.
All right, Sandy, and we'll repeat again. The Oakland Athletics have won their first pennant. They went to Oakland in 1968. Prior to that, back to 1955, they were in Kansas City. And before that in Philadelphia, and you have to stretch way back in your memories or the record books to see that the last time the A's won a pennant was in 1931, their 3rd consecutive in the days of Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Lefty Grove. Many things happened here today. Many heroes throughout the playoff championships. Our congratulations to Billy Martin and the Detroit Tigers, again, with that sensational run and pressure-packed finish in the American League East. Again, to come back as they did in the playoff championships, especially in the 10th inning yesterday when they were down by 2. But today belongs to Oakland. They are the American League champions with the final score in the 5th game. Oakland 2, Detroit 1. So, this is Jim Simpson, along with Sandy Koufax, saying goodbye from Tiger Stadium in Detroit, Michigan. Game 5 was brought to you by your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, introducing Plymouth Satellite for 1973, built to be seen, not heard, and by Gillette, maker of the Gillette Track 2 two-bladed shaving system. Remember, the 1972 World Series begins this Saturday afternoon in Cincinnati, Ohio, It'll be Oakland and the Reds. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern Time with World Series Report with Joe Garagiola. Join us right here live and in color on NBC.
Fred's toothache is a pain in the neck for Lamont on Sanford and Son tomorrow at 8, 7 Central Time.
He's my husband, and if I don't look after him, who will? Like serving him 100% milk-free mocha mix for his coffee. It's a non-dairy creamer, but unlike most, it's low in saturated fat. In fact, it's the lowest of any creamer and 100% cholesterol-free. He can have it on his cereal and on his fruit, too. You know what the best part is? He likes it.
You better believe it.
He likes me, too.
Well...
This is a commercial about nature and the people concerned with it, like major national wildlife, conservation, and ecology organizations. They recommend non-caustic washing soda for your laundry. Just add it to soap flakes or powder. It's the recommended way to get really clean clothes without water-polluting phosphates. Non-caustic Arm & Hammer washing soda for people who are willing to take one more step in the fight against pollution.
When 4 became the #1 news at 6 o'clock, it was a sight for sore eyes, according to the latest Nielsen.
KNBC, Channel 4, Los Angeles. At 8...
Line down. Now, here, watch this. All 4 of these guys are just taking off like they're running a 100-yard dash. If you run a screen at them, if you run a draw at them, you slow them down. Isn't that right, Gil?
That's right.
The Eagles take it away from me.
Roman Gabriel at quarterback. He's been effective again today as he was last week against the 49ers. Jim Bertelsen.
Here comes James coming through on some trap type action with the lead block. Now he's hit here.
Does a real fan job running, he just loses the football.
That's right.
Although the Eagles are down deep in their territory, still they need points. So I think, the best way to get points is by throwing the football, but Reeves wanted to run the football and a fumble occurred.
I'll tell you something, the guy who forced the fumble, number 42, Dave Elmendorf, the defensive back, is a real hitter.
Now Pete Beckner's in replacing Roman Gabriel at quarterback.
I think it's ought to be put in the rule book.
4th and goal for the Rams from 2 yards out. Jim Bertelsen carries and he's cut down short. So the Eagles hold and take over.
I think that was a smart play by call by Coach Tommy Brooks.
Harold Carmichael is staying 6'8". The rookie here starts to stretch those long legs.
The Eagles seem a little snake-bit right now.
The first down on the 6-yard line, and boy, they're knocking on the door again, Don.
9:30 to play in the game. Los Angeles Rams first and goal at the 6-yard line of the Eagles. Bertelsen.
And runs over one player and goes into the end zone. Great run and great block.
Los Angeles Rams, and they do appreciate it.
David Ray puts up another point after Bertelsen's touchdown, and now the Rams lead 34-3. We'll be back to the Los Angeles kickoff in just a moment.
The solid 73 Ford Torino. Can it ride over this course of 2x4 smoothly enough to keep a tightrope walker balanced on top? High wire specialist Bill Couch is about to find out on a tightrope rigged to Torino's body. He's counting on Torino's suspension to soak up the bumps and keep him safely on that wire. Bill signals, and they're off. The ride is rough, but not for Bill, as Torino's remarkable suspension does its job. The 1973 Ford Torino, the solid midsize that gives you confidence on the road. Incredibly smooth riding, stable, strong, and quiet. Because it's a Ford. The new 1973 Ford Torino at your Ford dealers now. Ford Torino, the solid midsize.
Remain to be played. Fumble, free ball. And center Mike Evans appears
Philadelphia. 29 seconds left to go, and the clock is running.
John, I think the Eagles will be wise just to let the clock run out.
And a merciful ending.
It's just not their day.
The Falcons were losing at last report. 14-7 in New Orleans. Now the gun sounds. And the Eagles and Rams go off the field to a chorus of boos as the Los Angeles Rams win again today, and their record is now up to 3-1-1. I think, Gail, it was pretty much a case of a superior football team in Los Angeles.
Yes, it was. The Rams looked very, very...
Philadelphia, where the Rams win it 34-3.
Stay tuned for the New York Giants San Francisco 49ers game immediately following. The Country Music Association honors its stars in music tomorrow night. Watch the award ceremonies from Nashville's Grand Ole Opry House, beginning at 10, 9 Central Time on CBS. Official beer of the Stinson Beach Chargers, such as they are.
We're changing the Enco name to Exxon. We want you to know why, so that while we're changing, you won't change. You see, this is just one of 3 different names we've used in different parts of the country. Confusing for you, complicated for us. Now we'll have the same fine products and dealers, but just one name, Exxon. Soon, the Enco Tiger will be showing you our new name from coast to coast. Exxon, a new name for an old friend.
Should marijuana be legalized? The pros and cons of Proposition 19, the Marijuana Initiative, tonight at 6 on Channel 2, KNXT, Los Angeles.